Okay, everyone. Very good evening for everyone. Today we are going to first we are going to discuss the quick recap number 6. I think you have done that paper and seems to be very good marks. Because this paper is very hard. Okay, because normally I categorize that paper into a hard level because there are a lot of questions. It is relatively hard. Those questions are relatively hard. But although I think you got a good mark, that means good, very good. And ඒ නිසා මේක හොඳයි ගොඩක් හොඳයි ක්ලාස් එක හොඳයි. satisfy වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගැන. හරි. හරි. Okay. Shall we check our answer sheets? Okay. The first question was, okay, I will share. The dimension of relative density. So what is the answer? Without any calculation. If you remember the equation, the dimension of relative density. What is the answer? What is the answer for that one? Yes, answer number 5. Answer number 5, very good. Answer number 5. The relative density. The relative density means relative density. Relative density means density of a material. Density of a material. Density of a material over the density of water. So this is the equation for relative density. Relative density of a material. Relative density. Relative density. Relative density is equal to density of a material over density of water. Both are densities. Then that means dimensions of both physical quantities are equal. Then it will be cancelled out. So the answer is answer number 5. The relative density doesn't have a dimension. It doesn't have a dimension. Then the second question. So what is the unit of relative velocity? Now it is about relative velocity. Yes, very good. It is 2. It is 2. Relative velocity means velocity. It is a velocity. The relative word in that physical quantity is something different than this one. Okay. relative okay. So relative velocity means normally a motion is measured relative to an observer. And normally any motion is measured relative to an observer. Okay. That means observer only motion measure. Suppose now this motion. Look at this motion. You can clearly see this pen moves something like a straight line, no? Something like a straight line. Therefore, relative to us, this pen moves in a straight line, something near to straight line, no? But suppose if someone is looking at this pen from the space, then what will happen? Then, so what's about the motion of my pen? Relative to him? What's about? Actually, he cannot see any linear motion, no? He can see there is a pen moving something like something towards the side, and all together, the earth is rotating. Not only rotating, it goes around the sun. So it is very complicated motion with respect to that person. But relative to us, the motion is a straight line. And therefore, any motion should be measured relative to some observer. So observer to observer, the characteristic of motion might be changed. Okay. Therefore, normally the velocity means it is not a just velocity. It should be a relative velocity to some observer. So that's called as relative velocity. So relative velocity is the velocity. It is not a different thing. The word relative means we are measuring that velocity relative to some observer or some frame. Okay. Therefore, there's no difference with relative velocity and the velocity. Okay. And did you get my point, everyone? Okay. You can write the review for that one. Everyone, listen to me. As I said earlier, you have to maintain a review book for EQ quick recaps. So review book at the end only. I think it is better to send your review sheets to me. And what product බලන්න එවන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ review sheets ටික. And දැන්ට හදලා නැත්තම් කලබල වෙන්න එපා. You have this week. Now you can go through the previous recordings and write the review. Okay. But finally, you have to have a review book. If you did not prepare that one yet, now you start to prepare that book, because now we have done six quick recaps. But I think we have to review third and fourth one, no? Third one, fourth one, we have to review other things we have done. Again, මම හිතන්නේ third එකයි fourth එකයි මම හිතන්නේ මට කරන්න තියෙනවා. ඉතුරු ටික මම fifth, sixth and 1 2 අපි කරා වගේ මතකයක් තියෙනවා. හරිද? එහෙම නේද? Okay. If so, you can start to prepare a quick recap review book. I will send the quick recap paper as a PDF. Then once you receive those paper, receive those hard copies, then you can attach the paper to your book. Attach the paper, or you can file the paper as you wish. කරගන්න. හැබැයි මතක තියාගන්න quick access එක තියාගන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට. හරිද? paper එක මොකක්ද, answer එක මොකක්ද, paper එක මොකක්ද, answer එක මොකක්ද review. හරිද? මොකද ඕගොල්ලෝ exam එකකට යනකොට, term test exam එකකට යනකොට it will be much helpful. Okay. Therefore, if you still are not prepared, if you still are not preparing that quick recap reviewing, please start from today. And go through the previous recording and complete the reviews. And reviews means you have to write just the argument. And in this case, actually, there are not bigger arguments. Okay? ඒ කියන්නේ ඒකට එතනදී ඔයගොල්ලෝ ආන්සර් එක ගත්ත හැටි ටක් ගාලා දාගන්න. හරි. Okay. I will check පුතේ. I will check. I will check. හරි. Wait. Yeah, that is good. That is good පුතේ. That one is good. That one is good. You have to write the argument only and mention what is the paper. Mention what is the paper. Okay. Quick. Now you are writing the paper number 6, no? So mention that one. Okay. Then you can easily access to the paper. Okay. Write a review for the second one. Second one. This is the first one. Second one. Second one. හැම වෙලේම review sheet එකක් තියාගන්න ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ අතේ. Review sheet එකක් තියාගන්න. Review sheet එකේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ පුතේ arguments ටික. Okay. Actually, you have to maintain a review sheet. In that review sheet, there should be the argument that you have used to get the answer. Okay, that you have used to get the answer, and therefore, please maintain a review sheet. And then question number 8. quick එකක් සතරක් වෙනවා ගාලින් දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් එක වෙනකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට බලන්න පුළුවන් එතකොට කොච්චර questions කළාද කියන එක. කොච්චර questions කළා තියෙන්නේ ඒවා රිවියුස් මොනවද කියලා ටක් ගාලා බලන්න පුළුවන්. මාර විදිහට effective එක. ඔයාලා බලන්න එක්සෑම් එකක් කරලා. ඔයාලා එක්සෑම් එකක් කරනකොට බලන්න ඒක අරන් ගිහිල්ලා අනිවාර්යෙන් ඔයාලට මාර විදිහට helpful වෙනවා. හරි. Okay. This is the second question. The second question review. Maybe write down that thing. Any motion should be observed relative to an observer. Relative to an observer. Therefore, relative velocity means therefore the relative velocity means the velocity of an object, the velocity of an object, the velocity of an object as shown by an observer, as shown by an observer. Therefore, the relative velocity is a velocity. Is a velocity. It's a velocity. Therefore, the relative velocity is a velocity. Okay. Then the third question. So what is the answer for the third question? Yes. Answer number one, no? Answer number one, nahi. Yes, answer number one. It is very easy. Giga and tera. You know the meaning of computer language. Gigabyte, then after terabyte, no? Byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte. So terabyte is the largest one. No? So terameter is the largest one. Gigameter is smaller than the terameter. Okay. Therefore, the smaller one is in the numerator. The bigger one is in the denominator. Therefore, definitely the ratio should not be equal to 1000. It should be 10 to the power minus something. You don't want to calculate that thing, but it should be 10 to the power minus something. You know, tera is higher than giga. Okay? So if you know, if you know that tera is higher than giga, then you don't want to calculate anything. Because it gives a minus power. It gives a minus power. Ten to the power 9, where's the 10 to the power 9 put it? 10 to the power minus 9, no? Himasha? You're asking about fifth answer? Fifth answer? Nanometer is 10 to the power minus 9. Tera, yes, yes. Okay. 10 to the power higher. That did not give that. Okay, now you can write the way that I get that answer. What is the way that I get that answer? I know tera is higher than giga. Tera is higher than giga. Tera is higher than giga. Therefore, gigameter over terameter, should be less than 1. It should be less than 1. And it should be something decimal point value. Because gigameter is the lesser one, terameter is the higher one. Therefore, definitely this one should be lesser than 1. So no need to calculate the others. This cannot be equal. This cannot be equal to 1000. So this cannot be equal to 1000. This cannot be equal to 1000. And බාරමක් කිසිම දෙයක් මම රිමූව් කරේ නැහැ. හරි දැන් හිතන්න එපා දැන් ඉතින් අනිත් ඒවා බලන්න තු කොහොමද they might be wrong. Therefore we have to check that one. Blah 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 blah. If you sure about your calculation, don't worry about other answers. If they are wrong, definitely there will be multiple answers. හරි ඔයාට ඔයාගෙන ෂුවර් නම් ඔයාට ඔයාගේ calculation එක ෂුවර් නම් don't look at the other answers. හරි ෂුවර් නම් ඒක මම කිය ෂුවර් නම් කියලා ෂුවර් වෙන්න ඕනේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් ඒක හදලා ෂුවර් වෙන්න ඕනේ ඒ confidence එක තියෙන්න ඕනේ හරි if you have that confidence then don't go for the other answers. Because you know this answer, maybe you know this answer is correct. If you know this answer is correct, don't look at the other answers. This one is the one. Then the fourth one. What is the answer for the fourth one? Fourth one. Yes. ඒක නම් ඉතින් පොඩ්ඩක් වෙලා බලන්න නැති කියලා මට හිතෙනවා. Okay. Okay. Okay, by looking at the answer sheet, answers for your answers, you can clearly remove the first one. Okay? So now I'm telling the removing method. Answer removing method. This is another type of easy way to doing MCQs. Okay, answer removing method. Maybe you know me. You might be know this one in your hours. Answer removing method. Answer removing method means removing the answers that cannot be happen. Again, whenever the answers ඔක්කොම ඉවත් කරන්න. Whenever the answers remove කරාට පස්සේ ඉතුරු වෙනවා තියෙනවා. අන්න පුතේ. පාට කනාෂොට්ටක් කරි ගහන්න එළික ගන්න පුළුවන්. So the first thing you have to do, you have to remove all the answers that cannot be happen. Then there are very few answers to select the correct one. Okay, that means your probability of correct get a correct answer will be high. Okay? Therefore, removing the unrealistic answers or impossible answers is one method to do MCQ. බලන්න මම ඒක මෙතනට use කරන විදිහ. Okay. Look at the first one. You know the equation or formula for pressure. Pressure is equal to area, force over area. Pressure is equal to force over area. You know that one. No, you can remember that one. Yeah, that thing. So if you remember that thing, Puta, definitely first one can be removed because it is not a correct one. Okay. Then, if you can remember F equal ma, then definitely acceleration is not equal to force into mass. Acceleration is not equal to force into mass. So, upon that argument, you can remove the answer number 4. Answer number 4. So if you subject acceleration is equal to mass into force, no? That cannot be happen, Buddha. That cannot be happen. Therefore, that equation can remove 2. Then, the impulse. You know the impulse is equal to momentum. Momentum and impulse are two equal physical quantities. Maybe you not remember that thing, but after you doing mechanics, definitely you can remember that thing. So until then you have to memorize. So impulse and momentum are two same physical quantities with different names. And come on, two same physical quantities with different names. Therefore, definitely third one, we can remove the third one too. Because impulse is equal to momentum. First, third one can be removed. Now we have to select either 2 or 5. Now you can simply use your dimensional analysis knowledge or unit knowledge to solve this question. එක්ක ඔයාලා මේක unit answers කරලා බලන්න දිලා දාලා බලන්න නැත්නම් එළින්ම මේ dimensions දාලා බලන්න හරිද කියලා. dimensions දාලා බලන්න හරිද කියලා. හරිද? ඕන second one බලන්නකො. second one power over volume. Sorry, power over volume. Power over volume. Power means M. What is the dimension of power? What is the dimension of power? ml square t minus 3 ml square t minus 3 over volume L to the power 3. So that is not equal to pressure. That is not equal to pressure because T there is minus 3. There is minus 3 in T ne. T වල බලන්න T වල තියෙන අපේ minus 3 එකක්. It is not cancel out. It is not cancel out with the denominator. Denominator එකත් එක්ක cancel out වෙන්නේ නැහැ මේ. Because there is no any T. There is no any T term in denominator. Therefore, we cannot cancel out this one. So that should not be equal to the dimension of pressure. Dimension of pressure. Dimension of pressure is M L minus 1 T minus 2. Now there's T minus 3. That is not equal. Therefore, second one also wrong. Definitely, then the correct answer should be answer number 5. Then the correct answer should be answer number 5. Okay. They write a review. The fourth one, for the fourth one. We can use answer removing method. We can use answer removing method. We can use answer removing method. Answer removing method to get the correct answer. To get the correct answer quickly. Answer numbers 1, 3 and 4. Answer number 1, 3 and 4. Can be removed directly. Can be removed directly. As they are not complied. As they are not complied with relevant equations. Right. Okay. That is a review from my part. Then the fifth one. What is the answer for the fifth one? Fifth question. What is the answer for the fifth question? Yes, okay. Third one. Okay, you have to choose the answer that contains vectors only. Vectors only. Now, one first answer. Displacement is a vector. Velocity is a vector, but frequency is not a vector. It is a scalar. Frequency is a scalar. Frequency is a scalar. Then the second one. I am second answer. Impulse, yes, it is a vector. Force, it is a vector. But power is not a vector. Power is not a vector. It is a scalar. Power is a scalar. Power is a scalar. Impulse is a vector. Impulse is a vector. But power is a scalar. Third one is the correct one. All the physical quantities are vectors. All the physical quantities are vectors. Now tell me. So what are the scalar quantities in fourth answer? In the fourth answer. What are the fourth answer getting scalar quantities in? Shakaran?
Power.
Yes, Ute, power. Power is a one scalar quantity. Other yes.
Work.
Yes, Ute, work. Work and the power. Work and the power. Work and the power. Work and the power are scalar quantities. Very good. Then the fifth answer. What are the scalar quantities here? The fifth answer. What are the scalar quantities in fifth answer?
Speed, distance.
Speed, distance. Actually, Buddha, in fifth answer, all the physical quantities are scalars, scalar quantities. Not only speed, not only distance, but also moment. Moment is a sorry. Our work, sorry. Speed and distance. Sorry, speed and distance. Speed and distance. Sorry, what a work again. Okay. Moment is a vector quantity. Moment is a vector quantity. It has a vector. Then sixth one. What is the answer for sixth one? What is the answer for the sixth one? From following physical quantities, the unit of impulse equal to, yes, momentum. Very good, momentum. Impulse and the momentum are same physical quantities. Actually, impulse means change in momentum. Impulse is equal change in momentum. Change in momentum. Impulse is equal to change in momentum. Equation. Seventh one. What is the answer to the seventh one? One about the happiness question. Very good. Very good. Yes. The gradient is equal y over x. You have to know that thing. The gradient is equal gradient is equal y over x, put a y over x. Therefore, in this case, y is equal to t squared. Y is equal to t squared. L is a length. L is a length, no? It is a length. Therefore, this one is equal to length. That means L minus 1 t square. L minus 1 t square. Gradient is equal to y over x. Put a y is equal to t square. X is a length. Therefore, the dimension of x is L. And that means L minus 1 t square. The answer is answer number 2. Then the eighth one. Eighth one. So what is the answer for eighth one? What is the answer for the eighth one? Eighth one. Answer? Yes. Okay. Well, y is equal a sine omega t plus 5. All right. Now you have to give. Yeah, now you have to give answers for me, and the may Manhan questions or answers there. So as it is given y is a displacement, this is a displacement, this is a time. This is a time. Eighth question. Okay? Tell me, what is the dimension of omega? What is the dimension of omega? Dimension of omega. Tagal again. Yes, very good, very good. That is t minus 1. So what is the reason? What is the reason or what is the argument you used to? What is the argument that you have used to derive this dimension? What is the argument?
Sine means a trig function.
Sorry, Bade?
There's a trigonometric function.
Trigonometric function. So what is the argument? Yes. Shaminder. Yes. Shaminder. Yes, your answer is correct. Because this is angle. In a trigonometric function, this is angle. So this is omega t is an angle. It's an angle. So due to omega t is an angle, definitely omega should be equal to t minus 1. An argument, take a diagram. Omega t, omega t is an angle. Omega t is an angle. It is an angle. And it's not about trigonometric function because trigonometric function is this one. Definitely, trigonometric function doesn't have a dimension. It is another thing. As the trigonometric function doesn't have a dimension, then you can derive another dimension, but not this one. Inside trigonometric function, there should be an angle. There should be an angle. Therefore, omega t is an angle. Angle doesn't have a dimension. Angle doesn't have a dimension. Therefore, omega should be equal to t minus 1. Omega should be equal to t minus 1. Equal to what? Therefore, omega should be t minus 1. Omega should be t minus 1 because angle doesn't have a dimension. Right. Then, what is the dimension of A? What is the dimension of A? What is the dimension of A and how did you derive that one? That is L. L. What is the argument? What is the argument? What is the argument? What is the argument that have been used?
So because y is L, so y is equal to A, it is shown in the question.
All the terms have same.
Very good, Shaminder. Good, good, good. බලන්න පුතේ දැන් ඔයාලා අර අවුලක් නේ හදලා කරලා තියෙනවා අර හැම එකක්ම ගහලා දාන්න එපා නිකන් අර මේ අර මොකක් හරි අර අපි මොමින් ගහනකොට කාඩ් එකක් ඇද්දලා පස්සේ තියෙන තැන ඔක්කොම කට්ටිය ගහලා දාන්න එපා හරි මේ හරියට ගහන්න හරි බලන්න අයි පුතේ මේ බලන්න why why the dimension of A is equal to y? Dimension of A is equal to y, no? That's why you say that's why you say dimension of A is equal to dimension of y. And so what is the actual reason? Reason is this term, this trigonometric term doesn't have a dimension. No, you know that thing. The trigonometric ratios does not have dimension. Therefore, this part doesn't have a dimension. Doesn't have a dimension. As this part doesn't have a dimension, definitely y is equal to a. The dimension of y is equal to dimension of a. එන්නගුතේ ඒක අනිවාර්යෙන් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Then you can say all the terms in the equation should have same dimension. But this is the core. This is the core argument. This is the correct argument. As this one doesn't have a dimension, then we don't want to consider this. Then you can say all the terms in the equation should have same dimension. So a should be, the dimension of a should be equal to dimension of y. Okay. But the initial argument is this one. Initial argument is this one. මම ඒකයි මේ රිවියුස් ලියන්න කියන්නේ. මට ආන්සර් එක විතරක් ඕන නම් මට රිවියුස් ලියන්න කියලා කියන්නේ ඒකයි. මම ඒකයි කියන්නේ. Now you have to write that one. How did you get this one? The argument. You have to write the argument. Argument is omega t is an angle. Angle doesn't have a dimension. Therefore, omega should be equal to t minus 1. You have to write that one. Then, the second argument. Second argument is this part doesn't have a dimension. Doesn't have a dimension. Therefore, dimension of y is equal dimension of t. Dimension of y is equal dimension of t. That is the argument. That is the argument behind that. තේරුණාද? ඔයගොල්ලෝ හරි ගියත් වැරදුනත් මේ ආගියුමන් දෙක ලියන්න. රිවියු එක අනිවාර්යෙන් ආගියුමන් දෙක ලියන්න. මොකද කරෙක්ට් ආගියුමන්ට් එක ඇතුළත් තියෙන පුතේ අර සමහරලාට අමාරු ක්වෙස්චන් එකක් ආවොත් හිර වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Everyone, please listen to me. Did you get my point? Teriam? I'm on top of Teriam, the Teri
Yes,
late.
sir.
Thank you, Ute. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Then the ninth one. The next one. In the equation, A is equal to BC squared over D. B is a mass, C is a speed, and D is a radius. Which of the following physical quantity has the dimension equal to dimension of A? Okay. How to get that one? Yes, you just have to substitute their dimension. And the AC kind of problem because all the terms are given. All the terms are given. And therefore, the 10th question, A is equal B squared. So B means mass. B is mass. Then C squared. C is a speed. Speed means L squared T minus 2 over the radius. Radius is L. The radius is L. Radius is a length. The radius is a length. Radius is a length. Therefore, dimension of radius is L. This is the dimension of, sorry, square of dimension of velocity. And L12 will be cancelled out. Then the answer is MLT minus 2. MLT minus 2 means it is the dimension of force. It is the dimension of force. The මේ වගේ questions එන්න පුළුවන්. මේ වගේ questions අහන්න පුළුවන් exam එකේ. දැන් මෙතන ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තියෙන මේ question එකට ලේසි මොකද ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දීලා තියෙන්නේ අර හැම වෙලේම මතක තියෙන force එක. So it might be change. Sometimes it may be efficiency or maybe power, maybe any kind of physical quantity. And so you have to have a little bit memory about the dimension of physical quantities. Then the last one. The last one. Velocity v of a solid of a radius a and density d traveling at a constant velocity in a liquid is given by the equation v is equal ad minus b a square. Dimension of a and b would be. Dimension of a and b would be. So 10th question. 10th question. Okay. Right. V is equal AD minus B A square. What is it? Okay. In this case, V is a velocity. V is a velocity. V is a velocity. Therefore, LT minus 1 is equal AD minus B A squared. Radius, it is radius. That means L is square. එහෙනම් මෙතන පුතේ වෙන්නේ බලන්න AD minus B. AD minus B is equal to L T minus 1. So this is L minus 1. T minus 1 is equal AD minus B. AD minus B. Therefore, definitely B is equal to L minus 1 T minus 1 because all the terms in this equation should have same dimension. Therefore, dimension of B should be equal to this one. Therefore, dimension of B is equal to L minus 1, T minus 1. The argument is all the terms in an equation should have same dimension. That is the argument. All the terms in an equation should have same dimension. That is the argument. Then, using the same argument, I can say A into D. A into D means density. D means density. Density means M L minus 3 is equal L minus 1 T minus 1. Therefore, dimension of A is equal M to the power minus 1 L to the power square T minus 1. Therefore, the correct answer is answer number 4. No? Answer number 4. Answer number 4. All right. Now tell me what is the answer? What is the question you get wrong? What are the questions? What questions do I want to do? What are the answers on the okay, second question. Fourth question. Fourth question. Fourth question එක තමයි ගොඩක් කට්ටිය වරද්දලා තියෙන්නේ. Fourth question එක. හරි. 8 දෙනයි හරියට හදාලා තියෙන්නේ fourth question එක. ඊටු කට්ටිය වරද්දලා. ඒක තමයි අඩුම correct percentage එකක් තියෙන්නේ. Fourth question. Okay. Now, do you have any questions to ask? Do you have any questions to ask? Okay. Last time you are given some homework, no? You are sent the answer sheets. Okay.